Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. China has asked the U.S. Federal Reserve to consider the effects on other countries as it deliberates on whether or not to taper its stimulative quantitative easing program. China's financial leaders are concerned about the risks posed by the Fed's programs on the global economy and disruption to currency markets. China's Deputy Finance Minister Zhu Guangyao said as the world's main currency issuing country, the United States must consider the spillover impact on other countries of its monetary policy. The Deputy Finance Minister was especially concerned about the timing and the rhythm of its exit from the monetary policy designed to increase liquidity. Similar comments had been made by the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, Christine Lagarde. As signs of a global economic recovery continue to emerge, discussions about the risks and the process of tapering the quantitative easing adopted since the global financial crisis in the U.S., Europe, and Japan are likely to dominate the agenda of the G20 meeting to be held from September 5th and 6th in Russia. Zhu says China hopes developed economies will adopt responsible economic policies, whether it's loose monetary policy or an end of it. Zhu added that China would like more communication and coordination among the world's largest economies. Chinese officials are worried that the timing and pace of the U.S. withdrawal of its quantitative easing policy would mean, quote, extreme uncertainty for the Chinese economy. Zhu says the impact of the tapering plan had already been felt in emerging markets, citing capital outflows and the recent currency depreciation in India and Indonesia. IMF Director Lagarde says in today's interconnected world, the spillovers from domestic policies may feed back to where they began. Lagarde says no country is an island and that looking at the wider effect is in one's own self-interest. Zhu says the U.S. economy is showing some positive signs and is recovering gradually, which China welcomes. Bloomberg reports that China's industrial profit growth rebounded in July, adding to signs that the world's second biggest economy is stabilizing after a two-quarter slowdown. Apart from being a leading emerging market, China has a major stake in the direction of Fed policy as one of the biggest creditors to the United States. A substantial portion of its $3.5 trillion worth of foreign exchange reserves are invested in U.S. government, agency, and corporate debt. Zhu says China faces a severe economic environment at home and abroad, but it would keep its economic policies stable. China will refrain from providing fresh stimulus, and Zhu reiterated that the economy was on track to grow around 7.5% this year, in line with the government's target. Vice Governor Yi Gang says the focal point of the G20 meeting next week will be on how to minimize the external impact on emerging markets when major developed countries exit or gradually exit quantitative easing. Yi said the impact on China would not be obvious compared to other emerging economies, as the yuan would remain stable, as would monetary policy. You're watching Biz Wire on the Blue Ocean Network. All of our stories can be seen on our website, BONTV/biz-wire. In just a second, we'll continue with more insight into the big picture of China's economy.